In the last video, we were able to connect our application with Firebase. Now, I'll just initialize all the attributes that I have defined inside our activity signup.xml file. Those are like progress bar, name, email address, password, re-enter password, and registration. I'll just quickly initialize them first in signup activity. Yeah, name val, email val, password val, password recheck val. Okay, now there is one button as well, button register button, and last one is progress bar. Yeah, I'll just bind these attributes with their id. Name val find view by id r dot id dot register name register name. Yeah, I'll just quickly bind a rest of all and I'll update you. I just bind these all the attributes with their ids. Now next step is when user clicks on this register button, will perform the operation of an authentication, but before that we'll validate the user as well. I just have used here lambda expression. When user clicks on the register button, we'll first validate the user's data, whether user has provided a valid information to us or not, and based on that we'll just authenticate user and we'll put all data inside our Firebase database. For that I'll create a function validate data. Inside I actually wanted to pass these attributes in a form of string so that I can validate those strings whether they are empty or not. So I'll just convert them quickly in string format. String name equals name val dot get text dot to string dot trim. For the rest of them also I'll quickly update here. Email string email equals email val dot get text dot to string dot trim, and next one is password string password val dot get text dot to string dot trim, and last one is recheck password string password recheck equals to password recheck val dot get text dot to string dot trim. Yeah, so I'll just pass them inside this function, all these variables, name, email, password, and last one is password recheck. Okay, eventually wanted to get some boolean response from this function, so that if user's data is valid, then I'll authenticate to the user. For that I just collect I'll just write here and boolean variable boolean valid data equals to validate data. Now I'll create this function inside our sign up activity class. The function is been created here. Inside this function I'll just write the first condition that name dot is empty. Name dot is empty. If name is empty, then name val dot set error. We'll just set the error saying that name should not be empty, and again name val dot set focus. We'll set the focus request focus, and after that return false from here. I'll just quickly copy it for rest of the 4 also. If those attributes are also empty, then we'll update. Yeah, and here instead of this name email, if email is empty, then in this name place email will be there, and here also email. Next one is rather than having name, we'll have password val password val. Later on here also password val. Yeah, instead of this name, password, here email, and the last one is password val, password recheck. So if password recheck is also empty, then we'll update password recheck val with saying that password should not be empty. Here also I'll just request the focus on to the password. Now apart from these conditions, I actually wanted to validate the emails also. We are not using any best practices, but this will work. The pattern class will help us to validate the email address. Email address dot matcher. Inside this matcher will pass the email dot matches. Then we'll return invalid email address inside here. Invalid email. And next one is we can add the password check also. So if password is having the length less than 6 character, then we'll update that password should contains at least 6 character. Password should contains at least 6 character. Yeah, and last one is we'll just validate both password and recheck password are not equal, then we'll return false from here also. Equals recheck password recheck. Here we will update with the toast password does not match, and yeah, toast dot length long dot show, and return from here return false. If all these conditions satisfy, then we'll just return with true. Okay, so validation is done here. So if a user has provided valid information, if this boolean is returning true, then inside here we'll perform the authentication.